Hi, this is video number 2 in the Financial Stress and Money Mindset video series. My name is Arnie Peterson from Hypnotherapy Victoria, and I'm excited to know how you did with the first video. How was it with the awareness practice? Did you sit and go into your breathing and sort of look deeper into the feelings in your body and contemplate, what are the beliefs that are holding me back? I'd be really curious to know that. What are the things, the habits that limit me, that seem to cause me for things to break down, for things to not work the way that I want? What kind of things did you learn? Or maybe you watched the first video and you went, wow, this really resonated with me. And that idea of, I need to understand the problem first before I can move to a solution. I need to build that solid foundation first before I can start putting the building blocks of manifesting and making change on top of that. And it sounded really good, you felt really motivated, and then you went to sit and you just never did it. And so now you're watching the second video and I'm asking you how the awareness practice went, where sitting and really going into your breathing and looking into the deeper beliefs and feelings. What are the things that limit you? What are the habits that happened that you didn't do it? So maybe that's one of the things that you notice, is that, wow, I have this habit of I want to make change, but then I procrastinate, I forget, I get distracted, or I just can't do it, I don't have time. So right there, that tells you a lot. And if you did sit, maybe you did notice things. Maybe you have a habit of, anxiety happens, and maybe you have a habit of some other thing that limits you. Maybe you notice that, I have this belief that I'm not worthy of much, and then it just undermines my confidence. Maybe I think I'm not good enough to follow through with the steps or to do the things required to create the success that I want. These are all helpful things, really helpful things. And so if you didn't do the practice, I really encourage you to start the practice now. And if you did, keep doing it. I'm going to suggest now doing it every day. And it's a habit it's the person you need to become to create the success that you want. In next video, I'm going to go into more about talking about your goals and what you want and what are the reasons behind that, the intentions, the essence behind the things that you want to create in your life. That's going to be really helpful to add a direction and understand why you want those things. And for today, we need to start building the attributes of the person that needs to have that level of confidence, that needs to have that level of discipline, of focus and clarity and knowing what you want. And otherwise you're just going to go in random directions and you're going to get a lot of nothing done. We want to start putting our energies towards something that's going to build consistent results more and more. The awareness practice is starting to build and cultivate the attributes of who you need to become to create the success that you want. So as you start to notice, I have problems with procrastinating or getting distracted or following through. I don't feel good enough or that I'm able, or whatever it is. Maybe I have difficulty, I get caught in my head and negativity, and so lack of focus, and you get distracted and pull away. And maybe your body gets really stressed and it's really hard to do anything, and it just sends out all this negative energy and you just get consumed by all the negativity in your mind. So the awareness practice every day, 5 minutes a day practicing, it starts to build the focus to sit and come back to your breathing. You get pulled away into thoughts, you come back into your breathing. You get pulled away into this isn't working and this is a waste of time, and you come back to your breathing. You get distracted 8,000 times in 5 minutes, but you keep coming back. You start to build the practice of coming back to your inner body feelings and sensations. This will help you with the anxiety, to be present with what you feel, and to start to learn to build comfort with uncomfortable feelings. Because if you're here and you can't handle here and you want to get there, you can't get there. We need to learn to become comfortable with where we are in life to be able to take the steps to move forward. And that means handling our emotions and feelings. So that's why the practice is good in that way, to help you be with what you feel. It builds the follow-through and the confidence to take the time and take the initiative to make a commitment. I'm going to follow through with 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's 3 minutes a day. You're much better off to create success doing the awareness practice for 3 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day than trying to, I'm going to do 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to do it really well, but it's just too much of a commitment. That's too much to ask to start with, and you end up quitting. So you end up, supporting the habit of not following through, of quitting. Well, quitting and supporting the habit of quitting, it's really not going to support success in the future. So do little bite-sized pieces. Have you ever taken too much food and put it in your mouth and tried to eat a whole muffin? You could barely fit it in your mouth and you couldn't even chew the thing? But you take one little bite at a time and chew it. You can enjoy it, you can be with it, and you can swallow it and then take another bite. It works much better, small pieces. So we really want to practice building that follow through, being with what you feel, practice sitting, do it at maybe a consistent time every day. And make sure, look around and acknowledge each time, okay, is where I am safe? If you feel safe, that you can be left undisturbed, you feel comfortable, okay, do it in a time where I've set aside the time to do it, and I'm only going to do it for a few minutes, maybe even set a countdown timer. If it's even just 5 minutes, then you can just not clock watch at all and just be there for that time. And then you're practicing, okay, when I go into my breathing, I'm building the practice of connecting my breathing and associating that to it's safe. You need to feel safe. If you have beliefs of not being confident enough, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, not feeling you can put yourself out there because you get anxiety, fear of failure, fear of success. A lot of times there's a big fear of success and we think that's ridiculous. How can I be afraid of success? But it's going to put you out there more. It might put you around a lot more people. You might have anxiety around people and social situations. And so then getting more successful is going to get you more attention. So we don't really know yet. So getting more and more clear, sitting, going into your breathing, building that follow through. Practicing, building, cultivating the attributes of the person you need to become. You're giving yourself all the things you might have needed when you were younger that you didn't get, that led to the beliefs of not being able to be as successful as you would like. And so right now you're giving yourself attention and appreciating yourself. You're saying to yourself, I matter enough to do this. See, you're building confidence in doing this. So as you do this, you're going to build more and more confidence. You're going to build more self-esteem. You're going to build more trust in life and your ability. You're going to build the ability to be with what you feel. And as we start adding that, building that foundation and adding it to getting clear on what your goals are, which I want to go there next week and to start contemplating, not much yet this week. This week just take more time going into the awareness practice and whatever came up last week, whatever you contemplated, oh, I have this thing with anxiety comes up, or the thing that blocks me from success is, oh, I seem to have a fear of failure, or I have a fear of success. Just get a deeper sense of those things and then start looking into how do they manifest into my life? How do they stop me? What are the things that are limiting me? Am I actually doing all the stuff I believe I need to be doing to create success? If you're not, if you go to do things like you go, okay, what do I need to do to create this success? And you get a feeling to do this and you're like, oh, I don't know about that. And you don't do it. Well, right there, you've just stopped yourself from one of the things that will help move you towards the direction of success. So just notice these things this week. We're not trying to make any big changes. We're trying to do little steps at a time because little steps, they turn into huge results. You're much better off to have 1,000 teeny successes than trying to do a whole bunch of big steps that you're really not certain in, and you end up really undermining your success because it triggers anxiety and fears because you're overdoing it. So do that this week. Sit. Go into your breathing, go deeper into that. Really acknowledge what are the things that are coming up for me. Am I having trouble doing this awareness practice? Am I having trouble taking the time? Okay, start working on that. I'm going to take the time for myself because this is self-care. You know, if you can't handle being here, as I said before, being here is going to take a lot more. It takes a lot more self-care. So we need to up the self-care, taking care of ourselves, being present here and handling being here. And that means then we can start increasing our self-care, looking into what is it I need in everyday life to create healthier balance in life in all the areas of my life, because that's going to be a big part of achieving your goals, to be able to handle the steps required to get there, the emotions that are going to come up, the physical energy that comes up. And a big part of manifesting too is allowing and opening up our energies. But in order to do this, we need to change our energy. We need to start opening our energies up and raising our vibration, increasing our energy, increasing our beliefs of ourselves. So that is part of it. When we do the awareness practice, we're actually doing that. We're actually building and cultivating the tools and the attributes we're going to need to be able to handle doing all this. So let's be here now. Do the awareness practice this week, and the next week we're going to start going into contemplating more direction, more focus in the direction of what is it we're wanting to succeed and why. Do I really want that? So this week, I suggest you do this and do the awareness practice, contemplate these things, and I hope you really get a lot from this video, and to really help my channel and to help other people to reach these videos, give it a thumbs up, pass it along if you like it. It really helps get the video out there and with the algorithms and that. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.